Hari Om Tat Sat.
Vibradanyamādannam Jayapataka Yavattatthārasu Dratvam Stāpat Vaishasatan Yama officiated at the post of Yamaraja to punish those who committed sinful acts. Purport: Vidura, born in the womb of a Sudra woman, was forbidden even to be a party of royal heritage, along with his brothers Dhritarashtra and Pandu. Then how could he occupy the post of a preacher to instruct such learned kings and Kshatriyas as Dhritarashtra and Maharaj Yudhisthira? The first answer is that even though it is accepted that he was a Sudra by birth, because he renounced the world for spiritual enlightenment by the authority of Rishi Maitreya, and was thoroughly educated by him in transcendental knowledge, he was quite confident to occupy the post of an Acharya, or spiritual preceptor. According to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, anyone who is conversant in the transcendental knowledge, or the science of Godhead, be he a Brahmana or a Sudra, a householder or a sannyasi, is eligible to become a spiritual master. Even in the ordinary moral codes maintained by Chanakya Pandit, the great politician and moralist, there is no harm in taking lessons from a person who may be by birth less than a Sudra. This is one part of the answer. The other is that Vidura was not actually a Sudra. He was to play the part of a so-called Sudra for 100 years, being cursed by Manduka Muni. He was the incarnation of Yamaraj, one of the 12 Mahajanas, on the level with such exalted personalities as Brahma, Narad, Shiva, Kapila, Bhishma, Prahlad, etc. Being a Mahajan, it is the duty of Yamaraj to preach the cult of devotion to the people of the world, as Narada, Brahma, and other Mahajanas do. But Yamaraj is always busy in his Plutonic kingdom, punishing the doers of sinful acts. Yamaraj is deputed by the Lord to a particular planet, some hundreds of thousands of miles away from the planet of Earth, to take away the corrupt souls after death and convict them in accordance with their respective sinful activities. Thus Yamaraj has very little time to take leave from his responsible office of punishing the wrongdoers. There are more wrongdoers than righteous men. Therefore Yamaraj has to do more work than the other demigods, who are also authorized agents of on the Supreme Lord. But he wanted to preach the glories of the Lord. And therefore, by the will of the Lord, he was cursed by Manduka Muni to come into the world in the incarnation of Vidura and work very hard as a great devotee. Such a devotee is neither a Sudra nor a Brahmana. He is transcendental to such divisions of mundane society. Just as the personality of Godhead assumes his incarnation as a hog, but he is neither a hog nor a Brahma. He is above all mundane creatures. The Lord and his different authorized devotees sometimes have to play the role of many lower creatures to claim the conditioned souls. But both the Lord and his pure devotees are always in the transcendental position. When Yamaraj thus incarnated himself as Vidura, his post was officiated by Aryama, one of the many sons of Kasyapa and Aditi. The Adityas are sons of Aditi, and there are 12 Adityas. Aryama is one of the 12 Adityas, and therefore it was quite possible for him to take charge of the office of Yamaraj during his 100 years absence in the form of Vidura. The conclusion is that Vidura was never a Sudra, but was greater than the purest type of Brahmana. Thus, hence the Bhaktivedanta Swami translation purport to the Srimad Bhagavatam, 1st Canto, 13th chapter, 15th verse, in the matter of Dhritarashtra quits home. Srimad Bhagavatam Grantha ki. So this is very inspirational verse. In Krishna's pastimes, there are many participants. Some of them are coming from the spiritual world, Golok Vrindavan, where they are eternally residing, but just to participate in the Lord's pastime, they come down to the material world. They may take birth in different families. They're obviously not conditioned souls, even though they may play the part of one, play that part as an actor. Then you also have celestial beings from higher planets within the material world, known as devas or demigods, or in the Christian semantics they call them angels. We got different kinds of angels, material angels and spiritual angels. So what do you have? Just like in India, there's so many different names for every relation. We have different names for every level of angel. So the demigods are angelic people. So Yamaraj is such an angel, demigod who came down. It's very interesting what Prabhupada says here. Normally, some of the devas get a chance to preach the glories of Krishna. But Yamaraj, he doesn't get vacation. Prabhupada used the word, doesn't get vacation. Everybody working, how many of you are on vacation? How many are normally working and you took leave to come here? Okay, see? So like that, Yamaraj is holding a very important post. He has to find a replacement when he goes. He has to get leave of absence. So you have to organize all those things. Saryama was his replacement. So for him, this is a great opportunity. Now he doesn't have to be judging all the people for their sins. He can just preach to liberate people. And especially he's focusing on his blind brother. But everybody's hearing the preaching. He's giving regular preaching for everyone. See, Yamaraj also likes to come down and preach. This, I was thinking that, because we know that when Lord Chaitanya was in the womb of his mother, many of the devas prayed and they wanted to participate. And in Krishna's pastime, many have prayed they wanted to participate in the Lord's pastimes. So actually many celestial beings had incarnated in Lord Chaitanya's pastimes, according to Gaur Ganadesha Deepika. You have Brihaspati, the guru of the Devas. He came as Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya. You have Kalakanta Devi and Sukanta Devi, the two Gandharva dancers, appeared in Chaitanya Leela. They were in Vrajabhumi dancing, and then they came in Chaitanya pastime as Ramananda Vasu and Satyaraja. It says that Damodar Pandit, he was combining hot-tempered Saibya Gopi of Vraja Leela as well as the goddess Saraswati. See, the gopis, a lot of the female players in Vraja Leela, they come as male players in Gaur Leela. The Damodar, he was very intelligent, very great pandit for deciding things. At the same time, he had a hot temper. Kuber, king of the treasurer of the demigods, king of the Guryakas, he appeared in Lord Chaitanya's pastimes as Kuber Pandit, the father of Lord Advaita. And some people question, how do they figure out who's who? So here it explains that formerly Kuber, who was very dear to Lord Shiva, he was chanting the transcendental names dedicated to Lord Shiva. And Shiva asked him to ask for a benediction. He said, it's my desire to give you blessings, a gift, a boon. So Kuber said, okay, my Lord, please become my son. So being requested, Lord Sadashiva, master of the Devas, best of the philanthropists, told Kuber, during my next birth in the material world, I shall accept the position of being your son. So therefore, because Lord Advaita is Mahavishnu as well as Sadashiva combined, the Kuber became the father of Advaita Acharya. So some things are written, different Puranas, Chaitanya Bhagavat, so those are all collected. Different devotees studied the characters of the people and could analyze who they were like. Somehow they figured it out. Or if there was two opinions, they put both the opinions. Narad Muni was Srivas and Ram Pandit was Parvata Muni. Kasinath, Lokanath, Srinath and Ramnath were the four Kumars.